What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Apocalypse Movies. This is a spin-off of the Padawan podcast. We're kind of calling it the Padawan Anthology. Credit to this guy for calling it up. I'm Jake Berlin.
I'm Jacob Bartley.
Yeah, we're here to talk about the new Star Wars Episode VIII title, officially Star Wars The Last Jedi. We're kind of go over overall thoughts of it just quickly, and then we're kind of break it down to possibilities and speculation of what it could mean. So Jacob, just right off the bat, getting into it, what do you think about the official title of Star Wars Episode VIII?
Well, first of all, we are super late on this.
We
apologize.
are.
Just it's hard to get together and shoot these videos, but we're not really reporting it. We're just here to speculate on this title. And as soon as I heard it, I loved it because I did not expect this title to be the case.
We're expecting a darker kind of almost First Order title.
We always expected something like similar to Empire Strikes Back, like
or Attack of the Clones,
Reign of the First Order, or the First Order something. Reign of the Dark Side. Something with evil in the title. And I love this title because it's really unique, and I understand why some people don't like it because it's just like, it's so basic, for lack of a better word, like The Last Jedi, but it's going to stick. Like, I remember when The Force Awakens came out, like the title came out, and it didn't sound right at first, but after a few months of saying it over and over again, it felt right, and I think The Last Jedi will feel right. And I already thought this, but I just think this is going to end up being my favorite Star Wars film. I'm guessing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
and just the director, and I'm already attached to like Kylo Ren and Daisy Ridley or Rey. So and the fact that we're getting old Luke, like, it's crazy. But I love it overall, just in general.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Yes,
but
that's the word, simple, basic.
What the possibilities of what it could actually mean is what makes it so exciting.
Yeah,
and the fact that Rian Johnson's directing it and he wrote the script, and you have full-blown Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker back in there. Yeah. It's a great title, and it's simple, yes, and also it's really cool because over the last couple of days since it came out, they've been kind of dissecting things of where it came from.
Oh, well,
and the crawl from The Force Awakens.
Exactly.
They say, Skywalker, the Last Jedi, which is basically just pulling it from that, which is a really cool thing that Johnson did. But it's also cool that apparently while he was writing the script, he already had this title in mind. Yeah, that came out
before the title was announced.
This was over a year, 2 years ago, where he already had the title,
so
and
they
knew. Keeping it.
Yeah, they must have known for a while. Before The Force Awakens came out, I bet they knew the title.
I'm sure they already have Episode 9 as far as what that title is. So,
for sure.
I mean, let's just jump into it, the possibilities. Let's start with, obviously, the main one that people have been talking about, The Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker. Directing straight at him. We'll jump into some others later, but is this the best, or is this the best situation, or is this the best outcome, I guess you could say, for the title?
I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
It's all right. First of all, taking from The Force Awakens crawl, Luke Skywalker, the Last Jedi, like, it's literally this what they called him in The Force Awakens.
In Return of the Jedi, Yoda says, "When I am gone, the last of the Jedi you will be."
So here's the thing. Rey is a Force-sensitive being fighting for the light side, but she's not a Jedi yet. You have to go through trials and training to become a Jedi. So a lot of people are speculating other things regarding Rey, and we'll probably get to that in a minute, but I really do think this is the most realistic idea that Luke is the Last Jedi, because as of right now, in The Force Awakens, in this very moment,
he's the only Jedi.
When The Last Jedi starts, he is the Last Jedi right now. Rey will eventually become a Jedi, and they might be two Jedis together, and they might end up training more Jedis. But as of right now, Luke is the Last Jedi, and I think the movie is going to focus on Luke. And because of that reason, it's called The Last Jedi. It's about Luke.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's kind of the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
Just that it is about Luke, and obviously the final scene of The Force Awakens kind of
hinted at that.
Yeah. It could end up being, maybe it's Luke and then he passes the Last Jedi thing to Rey at the end of the movie or something. But real quick, let's just talk about the coloring of the font.
With the black and red.
The black and red, taking away from the classic Star Wars yellow. A lot of people are thinking that, maybe it's hinting at Rey turning to the dark side, or maybe, instead of doing a darker subtitle, the color of the font is hinting at something darker to come.
Yeah.
It's a really cool just kind of thing to look at compared to the classic yellow. And, I mean, if you guys don't remember, but Return of the Jedi was actually supposed to be Revenge of the Jedi, and it had red font way back in '83. So it kind of might be a nod to that as well.
Yeah.
Kind of the Jedi coming back strong, just as they did in Return of the Jedi. But I mean, what do you think about the whole color change as far as taking away from the yellow?
I mean, it could literally mean nothing. It could just be
it's very true. Very
cool
true.
Looking logo, but I do think it does mean something.
It's Ryan Johnson.
And Star Wars and the story group over there, they know what every little detail means something. So I just think it means dark things to come. I don't just because a title doesn't mean a movie's going to be dark or not. There were dark elements in The Force Awakens. There's dark elements in every single Star Wars movie. So just because the movie's not titled Reign of the Dark Side or Reign of the First Order doesn't mean it's not going to be dark. It can be titled The Last Jedi about Luke and still be really dark. So I think it's just hinting at this is going to be a very different Star Wars movie and probably a really dark one.
Yeah, I saw a theory online already that's saying the red font is hinting at The Last Jedi being Kylo Ren and him coming back to the light side. And kind of just like a little thing there with the font color.
It's always a possibility. I mean, he killed Han Solo. Spoilers, if you didn't know that. I mean, everyone knows by now, even if you haven't seen The Force Awakens. But you never know. I mean, it's a possibility, but that would imply that Luke is dead or no longer a Jedi, and Rey either went to the dark side or died. If Kylo Ren is the last Jedi, then what happened to Luke and Rey?
Mm-hmm. Well,
so I dismissed that theory, but
yeah. Well, speaking of that, let's just throw the idea out there about the end of Episode 8. Do you think Rey is going to turn to the dark side?
No, I don't. It's possible, but look, what motivation is she going to have? And the way they establish her character and her personality, even if something happens to where like Luke lied to her, or Luke, she's mad that Luke left her on the planet of Jakku, or whoever left her there. She doesn't seem like the type of person to get so angry and turn to the dark side like that. I think Kylo Ren, considering a lot of things throughout canon, and considering we know he's a Skywalker and they're prone to go to the dark side. Even Luke was tested to go to the dark side. That makes sense. But as far as they establish Rey and her personality, to me, she doesn't seem like someone who would go to the dark side. But everyone is vulnerable to the dark side. Every Force user. So you never know.
And I mean, I agree with you. I don't think she's going anywhere. I think she's going to be the future Jedi of Episode 9, 10, 11, whatever it is. But it is interesting to think that what could happen.
I think it would be cool because I think Daisy Ridley can pull it
off
performance-wise.
And a lot of the talk has been, what happens is Kylo Ren kind of got to redeem himself. Is he going to flip? That would mean that Rey would have to flip as well. They would both have to go.
Yes, if one of them flips sides, the other one kind of... even. I also wouldn't mind, but I don't think she would ever forgive Kylo Ren for what he did to Han Solo, but I wouldn't mind Kylo coming to the light side and them working together. That would be cool. Pretty kind of damn cool.
Restarting the Jedi Order and whatnot.
Yeah, but I doubt it. I think, my personal opinion, I think Kylo Ren is full dark side, and I think Rey is full light side. And a lot of people think that Kylo Ren is going to die by the end of this trilogy. I do not think so.
I don't think so either.
Unless Rey is somehow a Skywalker. They're going to keep the Skywalker lineage going on forever in these saga films. And Kylo, as far as we know, other than Luke, obviously, who's old, Luke and Kylo and Leia's still alive in the story.
Yes.
They are the last 3 Skywalkers that we know of. So for now, there's 3, but if Rey's not a Skywalker, Kylo Ren has to live on.
Yes. And when they released the title a few days ago, they had said in the quote, or the caption, they said, in the next chapter of the Skywalker saga, instead of the last chapter.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are freaking out, oh, Luke's going to die. This means he's the last Jedi. He's going to die in Episode 8. It's the next chapter of the Skywalker saga, so he has to continue on.
I don't think Luke's going to die in Episode 8. There's no way.
And my backing behind it is like, you killed Han Solo in the previous film. You have the unfortunate passing of Carrie Fisher, and then you kill Luke Skywalker in the next movie.
Way. I don't even think he's going to die in this trilogy.
I don't think so either. I would love to see. I would love to see him be kind of the main guy.
He becomes Yoda for the Jedi.
Awesome.
What Yoda was in the prequel movies, Luke becomes that. And why not keep him around as long as you can, especially considering Han's dead and Leia's going to get written off or killed off somehow.
In between Episode 8 and 9, probably. Just kind of an off-screen death, as they call it. So, no, I mean, it's exciting stuff. And, obviously they raise a lot more questions with the title. Answers we want. But with Ryan Johnson, I mean, I think it's exciting to hear The Last Jedi be the title of a Star Wars
the other
movie.
two theories are kind of what we were just talking about. Is that Luke dies and Rey is the Last Jedi. We kind of just dismissed that. I don't think Luke's going anywhere for a while. And then the other one is that technically Jedi is
It is
plural.
a plural, yes.
So grammatically speaking, even though Jedi was a word created in fiction, grammatically speaking, Jedi is plural. So it could mean both of them. But Rey's not a Jedi yet. And she might become a Jedi by the end of this film, which, okay.
She's more of a Padawan,
then they're both
even
Jedis.
if that.
She's going to become a Padawan in this film because Luke's going to train her, but she's not a Jedi yet. Just because you are Force sensitive and you wield a lightsaber does not mean you're a Jedi.
I don't even know if she'll be a Jedi by the end of Episode 8.
I don't think so either,
she'll get
because
that
it's not
ranking
going to
in
go
9.
through that much time.
I think she'll get that ranking in 9.
It's going to be over a span of like a day or a couple of days, you know? It's not going to be... There's not going to be like 6 months over time span in Episode 8. So like I said, I think it is just strictly about Luke, and it's hinting towards this movie is centered, focused on going to feature Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker as much as possible.
And I wholeheartedly agree with this guy. So,
Definitely.
whether it's plural or singular, Episode 8 is going to feature a lot of lightsaber battles, a lot of Force users kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, for sure.
We still don't know who Benicio del Toro is.
I'm excited to find that out.
That could be a big reveal at some point. So, any last thoughts?
Man, I can't. You know what? I keep thinking like, oh, Episode 8 in 2 years, but it's this year. Yeah. It's starting to kick in that we're getting a Star Wars movie every year because I'm still fresh off of Rogue One. I've only seen it 3 times, and I'm gonna go back and see it a couple more times before its theatrical run is over. And I can't believe I'm 11 months away from another Star Wars movie. Yeah. This is probably... I know it's hard to say because The Force Awakens I was so anticipated for because we haven't had one in so long. But I think because of what Force Awakens did and got me attached to these characters and Luke coming back, I think Episode 8 is like the Star Wars movie that I'm most anticipated for of all time because...
It's probably the most anticipated sequel of all time.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Because of what The Force Awakens was able to do.
And Luke. And this title is awesome, so... For that reason, too.
And if it in fact is referring to Luke, it's just going to blow people's minds because Mark Hamill's going to be in the forefront again, rather than kind of what Han Solo was in The Force Awakens, where he was kind of taking a step back. So we'll see. I mean, cross our fingers.
And we're going to find out a bunch of stuff. We better find out who Rey is. We better find out who the hell Snoke is. Come on, stop us speculating and guessing. We want to find out.
Well, with that, thank you for joining us today. I am Jake Berlin. I'm joined by Jacob Bartley. Please follow us on YouTube, Apocalypse Movies. Share, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We really, really appreciate it. Look forward to more Padawan Anthology series videos on everything Star Wars, as well as our movie news clips, and movie news tidbits, everything we're doing here in Apocalypse. We really, really appreciate it. Any last words?
No, I'm sure you're going to say it, but may the Force be with you all.
Yeah, may the Force be with you, and thank you for joining us.